Hey guys, what's going on? Blake, the Great Guardian of the Game Shop, and welcome to First Glimpse, a series of videos that will be essentially analyzing the first debut gameplay footage of any game in particular. This week's is Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Let's not waste any more time, and let's dive in, and we'll let this cutscene play out.
It's reckless.
It's clever. The Blighters control every criminal enterprise in the city. If they work for us...
Yes, but they work for the Templars.
Now they're paid off by the Templars. Slight difference. If we take control of the gangs, we take control of London from the bottom up.
You are talking about building yourself an army. Miss Fry, tell him this is complete madness.
You'd need to consolidate your control. I can keep the rival gangs and the police from sweeping in and seizing the territory.
You can't very well send Bloody Nora an engraved invitation. We have no idea where they hold up.
Yeah, we do.
You found them?
The Blighters are operating out of the rookery. Bloody Nora will be there.
Good work, Clara. Tremendous work.
Jacob.
Can't talk now, Henry. Duty calls. To your health.
Apologies, Mr. Green.
Okay, so right out the gate, the main characters are kind of interesting. I like that already. What we're watching is pre-alpha footage. I'm not going to let the guy talk about all the features. I watched this video earlier, but I want to kind of explain stuff as going on. So one of the new things you can do is carriages. Carriages aren't a big deal. I don't know why Ubisoft thinks we think it's a big deal. I mean, yeah, I guess fighting on top of a carriage while it's moving is kind of cool, but I mean... The carriages, we had a carriage sequence in Assassin's Creed, I think it was Revelations, and then on top of that, we've been able to ride horses like in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. So I don't think that the carriage is really a big deal, but, they like to make a big deal about it. They even mention right here that, like, you can use it in a stealth scenario, you can kill someone and kind of jump in the carriage, but it's like, I just don't see that being a good way of playing or having fun. I mean, you can't take a carriage down a small alley, can you? I will say that, the world itself looks good, but we saw Paris look good. Let's not fall for the same crap that we fell for before. Graphically, it looks good-ish. I think the lighting here is just kind of weird. I mean, it's overcast. I guess that's a London thing, but or something. It just looks awkward so far. That is dumb. The fact that, so everyone's complaint in Assassin's Creed, that thing is cool. That's the only cool thing I've seen of this entire footage, the new grapple launcher, which is basically makes you Batman. I mean, that's the coolest thing I've seen in this new game, because everything else is just rehashed stuff from older Assassin's Creeds. But the fact that, like, he pulls up his hood to go to stealth instead of the hat, which the hat is already more stealth. I mean, I don't know. I just think it's really dumb because everyone's always made fun of that. So here we got the Eagle Vision, which is the same as it's always been, and it's the same crap. I would... It sucks because I remember... Yeah, see, the hookshot thing is really cool. Like, I can get behind that, but it's just Batman. I've done that in Batman. In fact, I did it faster and better looking than Batman. This next scene, I don't know what happened. I think a bunch of people... I think the game just crashed and they just decided to keep going with the walkthrough because they didn't have a lot of time. The throwing knives thing, that's cool. And I love the brutality of that, the fact that you could see the knife coming out of his eye. But at the same time, we've had throwing knives since Assassin's Creed 1. In fact, they were incredibly effective in games like Assassin's Creed 2 and I think Brotherhood even. So why a throwing knife is a big deal, I have no clue. He also has like another knife that apparently does a lot of damage, but every assassin has had that. I find it funny that they don't have stealth mechanics. Like, they talk right here about the stealth, well, not here, but before they talk about stealth mechanics, but they've still not given me the ability to just quickly move a body. Like, just to move it really quickly. Like, just give me an ability to just hide a body. Just be a point and click thing. So they show off like environmental kills. I feel like we've seen that in other Assassin's Creeds. You have the exploding barrels and in Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That moving just looked like it was torn out of AC Unity code, which makes sense. I think it's running on the same engine. But like there are no nuances, and it's funny because they've already talked about this game. They've already talked about it as having no multiplayer, which I thought Unity's best thing was multiplayer. And just later on they'll show like some of the things you can do, like right now they're showing how you can kind of save someone like in Brotherhood and Revelations, and then they join your gang, which is a cool idea, even though it's been done for years and years. See, right here, I don't know what happened. I think the game just froze or something. I want to blame it on that. But so right here, he recruits her, but then they just go off to later on to go into a gang fight. They'll cut later, you'll see it, and it's just like, who cares about a gang fight? Weren't there big like gangs of people fighting in Assassin's Creed Unity? Weren't there things like oh, see right there, that's the toxic hallucination dart or whatever, which is the same thing as the Berserker dart in Assassin's Creed 4. Ubisoft, do you actually think that we're falling for this? Now, one thing I'll say is the combat itself, like him actually punching and fighting, he looks fantastic. The animation looks top-notch, and his like boxer brawler style is really nice. But at the same time, though, he has no weapons other than his like knuckles, and honestly, in Assassin's Creed, and look at how long this fight is going, but in Assassin's Creed Getting Back, like, I remember boxing in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and every other game that offered hand-to-hand to be just as boring. So yeah, they showed this last piece where they burn this flag, which is the equivalent of saving a Borgia tower, because Ubisoft doesn't know how to hide their stuff very well. And then you claim that area, just like in Brotherhood, just like in Far Cry, just like in every other game that you have done, Ubisoft. So it's just more of the same. And then right now they're going to talk about how they're about to go into a gang fight. I thought that the inclusion of the girl was really cool, that they're brother and sister. Chasing, though, first of all, no Assassin's Creed fan loves chasing. And the fact that there's a chasing mission in this already makes me feel like they already went a step back, because in Assassin's Creed Unity, they specifically mention how nobody liked those kind of things. So they made the mission design broad. So, you know, in Unity, I would expect this mission, I could kill her right away, or maybe I could find another way. I mean, I don't remember Unity very much. It's been a long time. I try to put that game out of my memory. But just like, I remember the fact that one of the coolest things was that you could just, that a mission never stopped. And this mission has, you failed, go back to the checkpoint written all over it, which is not anything any Assassin's Creed fan has ever wanted or ever liked. The destructibility on the cart is a nice touch, but its presentation and details, and like, Ubisoft just doesn't seem to remember that we care more about new gameplay features. I love the buildings, I love the height of them, and then right here they're showing the girl, the new sister character. But look at how the male character like steals most of the credit right here. You'll see it in a moment when it's coming up. And then this gang fight. Yeah, we've done gang fights with Unity. Brotherhood has an entire sequence where you bring your gang, as far as I could remember. Like, you can only fight one at a time anyway, so it's not like Batman Arkham Knight where you can fight 3 dudes at once, and we haven't seen those abilities unless those are upgradable abilities, which that could be cool. But everything in this Assassin's Creed, honestly, I've seen is just rehashed of the same crap that we've seen, with really good presentation, with a really nice animation. See, right there is beautiful, but everything else is just boring. And then right here is what I meant with the last piece. They put in a woman, but she's not talking as the main. She's a sister character, and she's just as important. I don't really, you know, I thought that was a good thing that they should have done, but they should have really made her a full-on character instead of this kind of cop-out where you have most of the game you're playing, it sounds like, as the man, and then you can swap to the woman. I don't know. Check back next time. I'm Blake the Great, Guardian of the Game Shop. This was our first glimpse of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, with more analysis to follow in the future. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Blake the Great, reminding you, as always, keep on gaming.